Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin's chart, no change really since the last update. So we are in this C wave to the downside, as already explained in the previous update earlier today. I also took a look at the daily chart. So if you haven't watched the previous one from earlier today, you might want to consider that to get a bit of an idea of the context. But the idea is we're now looking at the shorter time frame that obviously our third wave topped in March. That's been the perspective for, well, several months now. This year was an A wave down, off a wave 4 and a B wave top. And this top was formed in June. And now we are moving down in wave C. Now the problem is with this decline, there are many ways of counting it. So don't expect precision necessarily. If we break above initial resistance, it does not mean we have bottomed. There are other patterns that can apply here. Given that we've broken above the upper micro support, I've taken that off the chart now, it strongly indicates the price should reach the area between 58,300 to 55,400 pretty much. So that's the area between the 100% extension, which is the first ideal target. It's the first ideal target. Doesn't need to stop there. It's the first ideal target for this C wave, and the 38.2 retracement, which is typically an ideal target for a fourth wave. So we expect the price to get there. Any lower than that, possible. But obviously, you know, my view is and has been for the last couple of weeks or so, we go down lower. And I need to see a first upside impulse, a so-called 1-2 setup, basically a first 5-wave move up and a 3-wave pullback that's forming a higher low. Put that onto the chart for you. Oops, didn't want to delete that 1 second. Just tidying that up. Yeah, we need to see from somewhere here. It could be from anywhere really, but downside doesn't look complete yet. So when we break out somewhere, I need to see those first 5 waves, which we would then call wave 1. This wave 1 will have 5 waves. Then I need to see a 3-wave pullback, which would form a higher low. And that would be the so-called setup for a 3rd wave rally. And it would, you know, we can build it like that. At the moment, the idea is that we haven't bottomed yet, okay, because we have not broken any of the resistances I mentioned or any of the trend lines I mentioned, and the ideal target zone is down here. And overall, this here is giving us some clarity that we are well, likely going to see that target area reached. And that will be my assumption until I see a first 1-2 setup to the upside. Now, before I go into the microstructure, let me tell you that this is obviously a main support zone, which doesn't have to hold, but it's been stable. It's been the stable element for the last few months. And people already, again, talk about the bear market. Again, all I say is, let support break first. Let support break first. It's at 50,700. I'm not telling you it won't break. I'm simply highlighting to you what's the trend. The trend is down from that high in June. My idea is that there's a good chance of turning around. I'd like to see further upside, okay? Simply because at the moment, from what I see right now, the data that the chart presents to me, this all looks like a typical correction. But obviously there is no low in place. Okay, the low is not confirmed yet. And therefore, I'm looking for further downside, but I'm watching these pivots for reactions. Now, if the price doesn't react here, I'm going to get a bit nervous. And I mean, nervous, you know, not necessarily nervous, but yeah, nervous about this count. Okay, nobody should get nervous really, because you need to have a plan, right? You need to have a plan. What do you do if that support area breaks? Now, I will really only change the interpretation on this chart if we break below 50,700. There's also structural support there and its main Fibonacci support. Now, we are on our daily RSI, we are oversold. I showed you that earlier today. So yeah, let's see. It's my view is this is an opportunity and we need red candles to complete a correction. Now, let's zoom into the micro. Before we do that, quick reminder, you can let us know here on X again. Make sure you follow this account. You'll find the link in the description. You can let us know on X, we posted that today, which coins you want me to analyze on the weekend, exclusively on X. Last weekend, I analyzed Turbo. You'll find the video still here on X. And you can, just let us know, and then we'll choose the top picks from you, and then we will issue a poll and you can vote for them. So you can do that here today, tomorrow. If you follow us here, make sure you follow the correct account, the one with the check mark. Okay, also for additional updates, all sorts of stuff can be found there. Let me get back to Bitcoin. Looking at the 30-minute chart, looks a bit like a bear flag to me, what's happening here. Okay, it might be on the brink of turning to the downside. I have no micro count here. I mean, that really is the micro count. It doesn't make any sense to analyze any smaller time frames than this. The idea is this could already be the fourth wave, but just looking at this, if this was wave 1 down, which bottomed on Friday at around 63,414, this was wave 2 to the upside, then the third wave should normally reach the 1.236 or the 1.38 extension. Okay, we reached the 1.236. Wave 3 might be in. Next micro support is at 60,411. I can leave that actually on the chart, just to give you some additional levels to watch there. This is really just for the micro. So if wave 3 gets another extension down, because I don't consider that a healthy wave 4 yet. So it means wave 3 might still get another low before wave 4 starts, and then wave 5 down, and so on. But that all works quite well at the moment. Any break above micro resistance would indicate that I have to change the interpretation. But without a first 1-2 setup to the upside, there is no low. Possibly just a larger corrective rally. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.